You know the vibes. www.daymcomic.com, DaymComic.com. Click the link below. Order your comic books right now. They're dropping in a few months. Don't be without one.
What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, and let's get into it. All right, so the Rolling Loud Festival is now in New York. You know, they've been doing big numbers out there. When they were down in Miami, they were the amount of people. They've got stuff on YouTube. The amount of people, I mean, thousands and thousands of people, especially in Florida where they weren't. Florida is not as restrictive due to the current situations of the world. So there were a lot of people down there in Florida, and I saw some people complaining that people weren't wearing masks and whatnot. But now they're in New York. They closed out night one with 50 Cent. And 50 Cent did something that surprised a lot of people when, he was doing his set, and then he brought DaBaby out. DaBaby had performed at Rolling Out Loud when it was in Miami and over the summer. And he said a few things that really angered people within the LGBTQ community. And then he said some wild stuff. I'm not going to front. But then when he started getting the backlash, instead of apologizing right away, he was like, "Nah, I'm standing on everything I said. I'm not apologizing. I'm from North Carolina. I'm not apologizing, blah, blah, blah. You can't cancel me, blah, blah, blah." And then they canceled him. He started getting removed from playlists. Shows started getting canceled. Matter of fact, I remember Questlove of The Roots. They have a music fest that they do every year. They've been doing it for like the last 5 years. And it gets bigger and bigger every year. And he was one of the main featured artists when they originally announced their lineup. And Questlove had put some stuff out on Instagram, and then DaBaby went back and forth on that. Talking about that was corny, that Questlove called him out for the stuff he said on stage. The whole thing was crazy. So it was very surprising that 50 Cent brought him out. Here's why I decided I wanted to talk about this, because when DaBaby came out, he didn't get boos and people throwing stuff at the stage. The fans went crazy. They were happy to see him. If you follow what was going on Instagram and Twitter and some posts that were on Facebook and whatnot, social media, they were making it sound like this guy was the most canceled person. Every American hated him, blah, 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 all this kind of thing. And yeah, there were some people that, were acting like he should never be able to perform again, all this kind of thing. He's homophobic, transphobic, blah, blah, blah. And like I said, he made a mistake saying that he wasn't going to apologize, and then, like I said, they smelled, it was like chum, they blood in the water, and once he stood on it and said he wasn't apologizing, a lot of people came for him. So that really messed him up. The big thing is, like I said, when he came out, the fans went crazy. He did a couple of his bigger songs. I saw that. Matter of fact, the Rolling Loud YouTube has the footage. That was so crazy because they were putting out statements. I remember when he after the controversy in Miami, he was like, "Oh, we don't support this, blah blah blah," all this kind of thing. And they got it. They got the video of him performing at Rolling Loud New York up on their YouTube, which I thought was hilarious. But the audience was showing him a lot of. He staged though. He dove off the stage into the crowd, and they was hyping him up. They were excited. So I'm asking, is DaBaby really canceled? The people with money, the sponsors and stuff like that, those people definitely affected his bank account. They definitely did. There's no doubt about that. They, like I said, when they start pulling you from these, like you get a big company like, say, iHeartRadio or Spotify or something like that, they go, "Hey, we don't want to support people who promote hate or something like that. If they do that, you're done. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened to when Tekashi 6ix9ine went to prison, and when he got out, he used to do incredible streaming numbers. A couple of companies like Spotify, they took him. They won't allow him to be featured on playlists and stuff like that. They cut his numbers. He's got like a fourth of the streaming numbers he used to. He used to do like 55, 60 million streams a month, and now he's doing like 10 million. It's nothing like what it used to be. And that's just because they had the authority. It's like Caesar in Rome. You see that movie Gladiator where the guy goes. They did that to Tekashi 6ix9ine, and they was doing this to DaBaby, and then they was like, skirt, and he apologized. And like I said, he meeting with LGBTQ members and all this kind of thing. But I thought you could tell he was very emotional about it, because he said, I bet y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna see me on this stage no more. You could tell it meant a lot to him that 50 stood with him. But that's why I was wondering. I was like, I thought he was canceled. You got people like Madonna spoke out against. Madonna actually spoke out about DaBaby. Was talking about, his comments and whatnot. So when you get somebody like, I mean, Madonna old now, but she still is, that's still Madonna. And so for someone of that stature to get out there and this is, I'm just curious about how that works. I think about Dave Chappelle, because Dave Chappelle just performed in Louisiana like 2 nights ago with Joe Rogan, and they had almost 17,000 people there. There were almost 17,000 people there at that show. And, if he's canceled, that's a lot of folks to show up. He's obviously catching some flack and all that kind of thing. So I'm that's why I go back and I go, social media is not real life. What we see on social media is different from what we experience in real life. So, social media is saying that DaBaby is canceled and that he'll never be able to perform again and sell records. And he go out to this crowd of thousands of people, and they are cheering and loving him. He's diving out to the crowd, and they're hugging and embracing him and stuff. So it kind of makes me wonder. But like I said, it's the people behind the scenes, the people that make the decisions on who to book, the people that work with the sponsors to get, those people, they can cancel you. It's just a fact, there are people that you don't know in the movie industry, in the music industry, and they're the behind the scenes people that have all the power. And those people, if they don't bring you to heel, it is what it is. But like I said, I was very happy to see the response that he got. But some people are upset that 50 Cent decided to bring him out. But I've seen a couple of news organizations, comment on that particular thing. But I thought, like I said, I thought that was interesting. I thought, like I said, I enjoyed the response he got. But if you saw it, like I said, there's footage of it on the Rolling Loud YouTube if anybody wants to check it out. But what do you think? Because like cancel culture is real, and I just thought that was cool. The 50 Cent brings DaBaby out and Rolling Loud. Get in the comments, let me know what you guys think. I'm out. PlaceTheBets.com, guys. Are you tired of crapping out on sites like Fanduel and Draftkings? Go to PlaceTheBets.com. Set your fantasy lineup. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. They got them all. They'll set your lineup. 30 days is only $1. You can go, you can sign up right now. That 30 days is only $1. PlaceTheBets.com and get that Skrilla. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please check out my podcast at anchor.fm/AkariPress, or just type in Akari Press on your favorite streaming platform today.